uh, from Calgary, Alberta. I am starting up some videos on the signs of Christ's return, um, and this is my introductory YouTube, just to give you an introduction. I'll be doing about 5 or 6 or so videos to try to explain the signs of Christ's return. I have had a website on the internet on this subject since about 10 years, and it's been up continuously. So all you need to go and do is just go on Google and type in signs of Christ's return, or return of Christ, and my website will come up there. It's I think the first, or it's up on the top 3 or 4 listed. And here's the actual address that you can go to. I can hold this up for you. www.raydw.com/christ.htm. And for those who wish to follow this series, I would suggest you print up the website, and then we could follow through it. And I'm going to go through it in kind of a detail over as long as it takes me to do it. And then trying to explain some of the things that are a little bit maybe hard for people to understand. So that's my strategy and plan, because my reason for doing this is because my motivation basically is because there's been a lot of confusion. Like, for example, Mr. Harold Camping predicted that the world would end on May 21st, 2011. Of course, it did not happen. And there was supposed to be a rapture, and so on. Well, now the prediction has been extended to, believe now, he's saying it's the end of the world is going to come October 21st, 2011. And there's also other people who have been talking about the end of the world in 2012. Following some kind of a Mayan calendar. And then there's the predictions of Nostradamus and the 2012 Doomsday prediction, and so on, for December 21st, 2012, I think. Now, I've done this website, and I've had it up there on there for years on the internet, for over 10 years, I think, now. And it's well documented, it's well researched, and I'm going to go through it over these on these YouTube broadcasts, just to try to bring some clarity to the subject, because I feel there's just a tremendous amount of confusion by so many people, and it's really not that difficult. All you have to do is just know the prophecies in the Bible and understand them, and then you fit the pieces together. And that's what I've done on my website, and that's the one you can go to. And I would suggest those who wish to follow, print this up if you want, it's up to you. Then I could go through it in detail and study it as we go along, to try to explain, get some kind of clarity here. And anyone who wants to contact me, I've got my website. So of course you can go to my website, and there's mailing address, and there's email, and so on. There's my website address. This is my email addresses. So anybody who wants to email me and ask questions or anything like that, go right ahead. I got 3 of them. So you can just look that up and send me an email. Also, I've got my mailing address on the website as well, but I'll just put it up here. That's my mailing address: Ray Wegner, Post Office Box 475, Station, Maine, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, postal code T2P2J1. So you can even phone me, but my home phone is not a good option, but because I'm not home, I'll be at work during the day. So if anyone wants to phone me, I would suggest phone later in the day. It's when I'm home, or on Saturday. Sunday is also okay. Now, I just wanted to start with this a bit. Jesus promised to return to set up the kingdom of God on earth. And he promises to return. Now, why does he have to return? And we understand that from the scriptures that Jesus has to return to cut short the days because of the coming nuclear war in the future that will come, that's prophesied in the Bible. And it's in Matthew 24 where we can read this, that he says here, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as not from since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." That is what he's saying. If Jesus doesn't return just to shorten the days, then all human life on earth would be destroyed. And of course, that's through nuclear war. Now we got a world that's armed to the teeth, and we have a nuclear club. I have a list here of countries that belong to the nuclear club who possess nuclear weapons. Of course, this is the United States, Russia, United Kingdom, France, China, India, Pakistan, North Korea, and Israel. 9 nations have nuclear weapons at this time. You cannot uninvent technology. And once it's here, it's here. There are other countries that want to get into the nuclear club. I think it's well known that one of them is Iran. So, military spending in 2010 worldwide, that's for all the nations in the world, was around $1.62 trillion. And the United States has 43% of that total. So the thing is, Jesus will have to return to the earth to stop mankind from committing mass suicide through their nuclear weapons. Now, this is still a ways in the future. If you read my website, this is not going to happen tomorrow. It's still a long ways into the future. There is nothing in the Bible prophecies that says that these things are imminent and the return of Jesus is imminent. But Christians are always supposed to be ready for Christ's unannounced return, because none of us knows when we're going to die. So, when you die, it's like going to sleep, and then there's the resurrection. So, if you die suddenly, you will not be aware of the passage of time, and then you'll be resurrected, and then you will be in a new time, a new situation. So that's basically why we are to be always ready for Christ's unannounced return, because none of us knows when we're going to die. Now, I could keel off tomorrow, or, I'm getting kind of old. So, you never know when you are going to go. Hopefully you'll live to be very old and die of old age in your sleep. Hopefully. Anyways, this is what my plan is, and hopefully you can follow. People will be interested and will follow it. This is just my introductory YouTube. I am new to this, so please have patience. My website has not been updated since October of last year. I had technical problems, but I'm working on it, so I'm hoping to get it up so that it'll be able to update it properly. And so I'm new to this, and so I just hope that people will have patience and just will work through this. And what I'm really kind of upset about is the misinformation about the return of Christ. This is really my motivation. It's because I wanted to bring clarity to the subject and dispel some myths concerning Christ's return. And I'm upset by the misinformation and the predictions of the end of the world coming soon, and when there's no biblical evidence to suggest that this is true. And so that's why I want to go through this and try to bring some clarity to the subject. So I will be doing a series of videos, and the next video I will be starting on the article that I have on the website and going through some of the points and trying to bring clarity and try to explain some of these things a little bit more better, because it's very easy to misinterpret and confuse some of these things. Very, very easy. And that's why I have a way you can contact me, and then we can, if you have any problems or misunderstandings, then we can try to work through that. I've been a student of the Bible since age 14, and so I'm well versed on the biblical teachings regarding these things. I am from Calgary, Alberta, and I was born in Alberta and raised in Alberta, Canada, and originally from north central Alberta, and I've been here in Calgary since 1989. And I've been working one employer here for the last 10 years. I'm a fairly stable person, actually. And nobody's going to be after your money or anything like that. I'm not after your money. And I'm not going to be begging people for money. And basically, that's what we will do. So hopefully we can get through what we're going with this, and this is my introductory video, and hopefully I can get better at this as I go along. So we'll see you later, and I'll be doing my next one whenever I can, probably mostly on Saturdays, each week on Saturdays. And I want to have this series done before September the 29th, I believe. It's the because that's the Feast of Trumpets, which points to the return of Jesus and the resurrection of the saints. So I want to have that done before that time. So long for now, and please keep in tune. Bye.